Hello everyone, it's Maddie with Spectrum Art Creations, and today we are going to work on a very simple, super quick 30-minute project using these wonderful 3D Viva paints, which of course have great texture. Not only do they create the look of suede, they can also be watered down as watercolors. And if they're pounds, they also make a texture of almost like a rock or stucco finish. So you can do all kinds of finishes with these 3D paints. We import them from Germany. Now, mine you're going to see that are a little bit or a whole lot dry. That, of course, is user error, and I'll share some more tips on that. We are going to be working with this amazing die that we have in our store, which has the numbers 1 through 31, plus some special characters as well, like a Christmas tree, a heart, a star, a lucky clover. So you can also use these for, of course, different holidays, like, for example, 31 days of Christmas, maybe making an Advent countdown calendar, or maybe for your journal pages, 31 days of crafting, or any kind of craft or journal, whether it's ATCs, pocket letters, index cards, that kind of thing. Now, as I was mentioning, user error. I've had these paints for probably over a year and a half since I've used them. I actually did make a video using these paints, and I'll be sure to link that at the end of this video so you can see them in their full glory. But as I mentioned, I've had them for a long time, and I'm sure I'm not the only one that's guilty, right? You guys know how that goes. We get new stuff, we forget the old stuff, and then we kind of remember it again and go, oh gosh, I forgot to use this. I love this product. Well, that of course has been me. I realized that I had left this product completely neglected without use. And of course I didn't put any cling wrap on it, which allows air to seep in no matter what, right? Nothing lasts forever. So I had to reconstitute them a little bit. Of course, I had to give them a good stirring. And then I did actually add a little bit of water. Now, that was just to kind of revive them somewhat. I didn't, load them up with water to the point where they became watercolors, although I could. Worst comes to worst, and my paints, probably by the next time I get around to them, might be pretty done. And so what I'll do is I will add enough water to reconstitute them and make them into watercoloring paints, because they still have delicious colors and pigments, and of course they have that delicious shimmer as well, because they are actually glitzy. Now, so they'll still work in the long run. I'll still continue to use them until there is nothing left in these jars. But of course, the more you water it down, you're not going to be able to create those peaks in order to create that texture that I was talking to you about, that 3D texture where it becomes almost like stucco or stone. You can still use it for like the suede technique, the suede look, and you can use it for watercolors. Anywho, I decided to use these up because it is a shame that they are drying up on me. So all I'm doing is, again, pouncing them up and down when I can to create that texture. So I was still able to get texture out of them. And I'm using 3 different colors, trying to make sure that my die is going to be covered. So I cut the pages kind of pretty close to fit, but that's okay because we are going to maximize the use out of this page. First, I use my brown, and then I did bring some extra water because I'm going to just end up dipping my sponge. Again, that is just me. I was just kind of being kind of lazy, and instead of pouring the water into my paint itself to keep it clean and not contaminated, later on you'll see me do a no-no. So don't do what I did. That was just because I figured I'm at the end of my paints. I pretty much used them all. I'm probably going to end up using them one more time just to finish them out. They're almost empty. So I have used them. That's the good news. It's not product loss. It is product that I have used. But I'll add some you know, water and then just kind of finish soaking it up. Now I'm using as much as I can out of my sponges. You can see me kind of twisting and turning them sideways. And then I'm also going to clean up anything that I have left onto a paper towel, because I love using my paper towels for later projects. Not only do they have all the great colors that I've collected from anything I use, be it inks, gloss sprays, watercolors, 3D paints, anything. It doesn't matter what, I mop it up and then I reuse those paper towels because they have great colors and they provide texture. So yes, I will use those to make some tags or ATCs or some different ephemera. And then here I am trying to reconstitute that green. I will speed it up a little bit for you guys because you guys don't want to necessarily watch me reconstitute this paint, but I wanted to show you that it can be done. The green was pretty much rock solid. It was just pretty dried up, but just a little bit of elbow grease, not too much work, and I am able to bring most of that back to life. Again, enough to use. If you get to this point where you realize, okay, my paint's kind of had it. There's not much left in the jar. As you can see the bottom of my container. Not only that, but they've hardened up on me. You know what? Add some water, use them up. Just grab some scrap papers or some painty pages and make yourself actually some painty pages. That way you'll have them, they won't go to waste, and then you can dispose of the jars. But these colors are truly, truly beautiful because of their nature, that they're very thick in order to create the 3D effects. And because they have glitter, they do tend to dry up on you a little bit. So again, if you have them, if you've purchased them from us, or if you're going to be purchasing them, because we do have some, I highly recommend that you add some saran wrap if you're not going to be using them like very often or use them fully within a matter of a few months. Like I said, I've had these probably for 2 years. Yeah, definitely well over a year. So it might be 2. So yes, definitely protect them. If you're not going to use them as often, know that you can reconstitute them if need be. And then overall, yes, just use them up. If they just harden up on you, add a lot of water, a little bit of water, as much water as needed, and use them up, because that's why you got them, because you wanted to play with them and you wanted to use them. So no sense in having them just sit on your shelf. So actually, after this video, I am going to go back this week and bring those paints back out and just make a whole bunch of painty papers and just have fun mixing colors, because there's all kinds of colors. I'm trying to remember. There's a magenta, I think there's a purple. I would have to go get my paints to remember, but there's about maybe 6 colors. There's a black, there's a white. I don't know what colors we have left, but they are super fun to play with and create really delicious, very textured and not over sparkly. I'm not going to say they're like, you know, glitter in a jar. They're not, but they do have some pizzazz to them. So, and as you can see, my blue was pretty decent. It was still nice and creamy. So that one didn't require a whole lot, just some stirring basically. And you can see just how vibrant those colors are. They're beautiful. Okay, so and you know, I wanted to talk about the dye itself, because I know I'm kind of playing with paint here, but while we are watching me play with paint, I wanted to talk about the dye, because this dye is going to be a whole lot of fun, not only to be able to use it as numbers on your pages, but you can use it as ephemera, of course, to embellish and to make paper clips, to do tabs. You know, you can number the page tabs. You can do all kinds of fun stuff. I think also for like Christmas, it would be fabulous, or just to celebrate somebody's birthday, 4th birthday, 14th birthday. You can go all the way up to 100, because you've got, well, you can go up to any number, because you've got 1 through 0 and then plus then some. So you could have a whole lot of fun with card making as well, and do all kinds of things like advent countdown calendars, or number things all around the house if you wanted to. But you can see just how fun these are. I am not super interested in blending so much, so you'll see that it's a little bit blotchy, which is still really nice, and you can see the sheen. Look at that. And the texture. The reason why I wasn't too worried about blending is because, remember, I'm going to be die cutting. I am not using this as a whole page. I am going to just die cut the whole thing, and we're going to see only little bits of this, so blending isn't totally necessary. Look at my delicious, oh yes, paper towels. Those will definitely look gorgeous. And here they are, gorgeously die cut. And you can see how easy it is to just pop them out and how wonderful they look. Now, of course, another great thing to do with these, when I was done, I thought, you know what would have been neat? Also to do some embossing on them, some clear embossing, or even just regular embossing, because then you can make them even look like metal if you use like gold or silver. Also, you can do some gold leafing, right, with these. So there's so many things that you could do that I think would make them look absolutely wonderful. Or you can just use your decorative paper and cut them out for Easter or for Christmas, and with your Christmas colors. So super easy. And here I'm just using my little tools, my double-ended silicone and ball stylus tool, in order to pop out anything that was a little bit stubborn on there. But look at these great pieces that now I have to be able to add. So I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I told you, super quick. This is like a 30-minute project, if that, and that included me basically most of the time trying to work my paints to soften them up again. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Thank you so much for joining us. Do not forget, if you're not in a Facebook group, please make sure you join us on Facebook, because you can see videos not only from myself, but of course lots of other great crafters, and make new friends, join in on challenges, and so much more. It's a lot of inspiration and fun to be had in the group. And then of course that you check out our online stores. Don't forget, everything I've used here is available in our stores. We have 2 of them, spectrumartcreations.com and the Etsy store, also Spectrum Art Creations, full of amazing dies and stamps, paper lines, and tons of other products. Also join us for our live sales here on YouTube. Yes, we actually go live. We show you the product live. You get to chat live. I demo product. We talk about it. You can actually look at everything, ask questions, make new friends, and of course have a great time, because we do games and giveaways as well. If you are not part of the Spectrum Art Creations Academy, we hope that you guys will check it out, because if you enjoyed this video, there's a lot more videos, exclusive videos and content and workshops and live crafty times to be had in our academy. Of course, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for all of these reasons and so much more, and to leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, and check out this other video for more inspiration. We'll see you there. Bye.